Welcome to week 4 of the NCAA football season. This is the Captain's Channel. We are about to get started with a game versus the FCS Midwest Tuskers. As we can see, we are once again the underdogs, as we will be every single week of this season. So we will see how we do. Coming to you from the Georgia Dome. We're about ready to take on our third FCS team of the season. We are 3-0 and we are rearing to get started. So we're going to go ahead and return the ball here from, it looks like, about the 5-yard line. He's going to bring it out. We're going to see how far he can get out here, and it looks like a pretty good return for 28 yards. Now, Merrick has had a great last couple of games. The last game, not a ton of yardage, but he threw for 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. All right, so we're going to see who can get open first here in today's game. It looks like right over the middle, Ricks once again getting the catch. We're going to go ahead and test this defensive front out here and run the ball straight at him. See how we can do. All right, we get about 3 yards on that carry with Jonathan Bell. Again, just getting first downs. Getting first downs is so important. And we almost got that, but it is 3rd and 7 now after the drop pass. Junior Morris has had 6 receptions. Has had 6 receptions over the whole season, so we're going to try to get him a little bit more involved. Here we go. Just got 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Let's see if we can't get past the sticks. See who can get open. It looks like Barnes, the tight end, is going to get us the first down. All right, we are going to run it right up the gut again, see if we can't find a bigger hole than last time, and it looks like we do. Jonathan Bell with the carry. A little bit of an inaccurate pass from Myrick. We don't see that too often. Mr. Mark Myrick is having a absolutely stellar season so far. After a couple turnovers in the first game, he has been without a turnover in the last several weeks. Coming up to the line, we've got 3rd and 2, 2 yards to gain. See who can get open. It looks like, oh man, I just jinxed myself. Threw an interception. That is not what we want. All right, so Mark Myrick throws his first interception in a couple of weeks. The route looked like it got jumped. So because of the performance of our defensive front of Stegall and Johnson, we have gotten them to be superstars on our defense. I believe last week we had 4 or 5 sacks, I believe. All right, so let's see how our defense can do. And they fumbled the ball, but then they recover it. So lost opportunity for our defense there. And he just set the new school record for sacks in a season of 6. So Obadiah Johnson is proving to be an integral part of this defense. So 3rd and 11. Maybe we can get to the quarterback again. Right here. And they are going to go down. The screens last week were really hard on us, but better. The speed is a better match for us this week, so our defensive front is able to get in there. Butler almost broke one last week for a huge gain. Wasn't quite able to do it there. All right, so coming off of the turnover, we're going to see how Mark Myrick can do. He is currently 42nd in the country in passing yards. So he's not too high on the list, but actually one thing you'll notice is that I actually added a minute to each quarter, and that is because what I find is that the simulations are going by a 12-minute game clock, a regular season normal game clock, whereas our gameplay was down to 5 minutes per quarter, and so I upped it to 6 just to make it a little bit more realistic, give us a little bit more opportunity to get those extra yards in there. All right, it is 2nd and 6. The offense is out here planning on running a slant pattern, and it looks like Morris is going to be able to catch that one. He had the drop earlier that would have been a huge gain if he had caught it. All right, so we're going to hand this one off to Jonathan Bell. See if he can't get at least a couple yards. He got 1. The offense was on absolute fire last week against West Virginia, which is the only way we could have won that game. And it looks like Butler is going to get his first catch on the day, and it is for a big gain, and he just will not go down. So Butler finally goes down after a 24-yard reception. Barnes gets in there for a 7-yard reception. We're going to try to run this right up the gut, see if we can't either get the first down or a touchdown. It has been a little while since we've had a rushing touchdown, or at least one where we've been at least a touchdown, a rushing touchdown where we have been inside the 5-yard line. We have had trouble getting the ball in the end zone on the ground from here, and it looks like we do just there. So we are up 7-0 on FCS Midwest. We're going to have Griffin kick this off right up the middle. So after that early interception, the offense, Mark Myrick and Jonathan Bell, recover. The defense stops them, stops FCS, and we are back in business. All right, so after that 5-yard gain, it's going to be 2nd and 5. I want to see if we can cause a 3-and-out here to get off the field and get the offense the ball back. We're going to slide the linebackers over. All right, now it's 3rd and 2. So what are we going to be expecting on defense? At the end of the first quarter, it is Georgia State 7, FCS Midwest 0. We're going to slide everybody over, but it doesn't look like that's going to matter, and it's dropped. The pressure got to him. He heard the footsteps. And we're going to punt this, or they're going to punt this one off to Butler, who is back there waiting for the return. And it looks like he's going to get about 9 yards out of that. 1st and 10 with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in this first quarter. And Ricks is going to get the ball. Chris Ricks and Mark Myrick have actually proven to be a pretty effective connection over the last couple of weeks. All right, so that is a gain of several yards, about 7 yards for another first down. Our defense has just been stifling, holding the FCS team to simply, well, virtually no yards. Butler gets another pass for 11 yards. He's having a good start to his day. Bell is running right up the middle for another good gain of 12 yards. We've got one more out of conference game, and then we will be starting our Sun Belt schedule here pretty soon. We've got the Alabama Crimson Tide coming to town, and with that win against West Virginia, we are feeling pretty confident right now. I think the guys are feeling pretty confident. You know, I still think it's a bit of a long shot for them to win that game. But there's a chance. So we're going to run this up the gut again. And we are going to get the first down. Jonathan Bell is having an excellent day on the ground. He already has 65 yards. So we're going to do some play action here with Mark Myrick. Coach thinks that'll get the defense to bite a little bit. And it sort of does, but you know what? We still have some space in there. Morris gets the catch. Morris is definitely making up for the dropped pass that he had earlier. We're going to see if we can't get this into the end zone. And, oh boy, he stopped moving. All right, our receiver stopped moving. So we have an incompletion. It is now 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal, we are going to go back to the air. See if we can't get in there. It looks like we got a 1-yard reception. Looks like Morris actually may be hurt. So we have another shot here to get into the end zone. And Butler catches it for the touchdown, 3-yard reception. It really does feel like Georgia State is coming into their own right now with that win against West Virginia. Their confidence is building. A season that was looking like it might be doomed for failure is looking rather promising. So we're going to see if we can rush 3 and get to the quarterback here, if they are indeed passing. They are passing, and it's a screen, and it's dropped. So he heard the footsteps and dropped the pass. If you are enjoying this channel, please make sure you like and subscribe. I'm trying to come out with as much content as I can. My busy schedule, though, doesn't always allow me to get videos out daily. In fact, it'll probably never allow me to get videos out daily. But I really appreciate you being here. And that is our first long-term injury for the year. So Gerard Morris, I believe that's what it says. I know his last name's Morris. His injury is going to keep him out for about 4 weeks. So we will not see him until we are in conference play, which is unfortunate because he was contributing quite a lot. Other guys are going to have to step up, and we almost get another sack. His defensive line has only gotten the quarterback once, I think, this game, but it has caused a lot of problems for this offense. Even so, forcing bad passes. And it looks like we're going to be at 3rd and 1, which is, as I was saying earlier before the injury update, I appreciate any and everybody who watches this channel, who is supportive of what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to create a positive environment for gaming, especially on this particular gaming series. At some point, I will probably venture off into other games, but for the moment, this is where we are staying. All right, that's a loss of 2. So if we can get if we can get the ball back before the end of this quarter, we may be able to score again and really stretch our lead out if we can stop them from scoring right here. But they do get the first down, so that is a 16-yard reception by Michael Williamson from Michael Alexander on this FCS squad. They are not giving up easily. They're putting up a fight. All right, that is a reception for 1 yard, so didn't really get much of anything. Seagal and Johnson have added up for several sacks, quite a few sacks over the last couple games. They've been dominating on the line of scrimmage. All right, it is 3rd and 5, so let's see if we can't get off the field. Oh, that was a fake, almost bought that. All right, it is 4th and 5, so it looks like they will probably kick a field goal. And here we are with the field goal unit. This is not too far away. We're just gonna have to kick it. And it is good. So the score now is 14-3, Georgia State. See if something can happen. We don't want to make any silly mistakes. Pass towards the sideline maybe, and we're gonna call timeout. See if we can't get something out of this. And we're just going, oh, and we go down. And it's halftime, all right. We did not have any time there, so at halftime, Georgia State 14, FCS Midwest 3 to FCS Midwest. That is a huge hole. We are lucky that they did not get a better return than that. So this team seems to struggle or this quarterback struggles when the pressure is brought. Looks like they might be running the ball, and they are. All right, they are coming out in two tight end set. Looks like some sort of run. Nope, it's a pass. And wow, he spun out of that, and he is going down. Okay. Pitch does not fool anybody. He is down, and now it is 4th and 3. And it looks like they are going to have to punt it away. Butler's back to return. If he can make this guy miss, he'll have a lot of room, but he can't. All right, so it's the first shot for the offense in the second half. Myrick is still in. If you remember last week, he got injured. He did not play the entire second half of that game. So that's partially why his stat line was not as good. So it is 2nd and 1. Bell just had that 9-yard carry. Looking pretty good, and now he busts it one open for an even larger gain. So he's got 89 yards on the ground in this game, which I believe is already more than he got during last week's game against West Virginia. And that did not work at all because Chris Ricks just runs straight out of bounds. So after that backwards play, we're gonna try to stretch the field here, or not. This guy's wide open. Bell's wide open, and he busts a reception for 18 yards. Everybody was in man coverage that last play, so Bell was able to get wide open. He was not covered. Bell is having a monster of a game right now. Myrick drops back to pass. He is waiting, and we've got Chris Ricks. He's making up for that lost yardage earlier. All right, so we've got 1st and goal, and we are in a jumbo set. We are going to go into jumbo set, and hopefully, nope, no good. That was deflected by the linebacker. He wasn't quite open enough. We're going to get back into the shotgun. See if we can't pass this one into the end zone, and maybe it looks like we did. Yes, Antoine Thomas gets a touchdown reception. So Mark Myrick is now up to 2 touchdown passes for the game. The kick is up and good, and we are leading 21-3. Griffin is ready to boot it deep. Boots it right down the middle. I'm starting to notice is that there are, it looks like, possibly a few more people in the stands right now in the start of the season. Maybe not. Maybe it's just me being hopeful. The team is definitely doing a lot better than they have been in the past, so there's some excitement there. Been a fairly poor team. So starting 3-0 is probably very new to these fans. Just throws it away because we almost got to the quarterback. Alright, so FCS Midwest comes out in the shotgun. Gonna pass. That guy was not covered. But we closed in on him fairly quickly. Now we're at 4th and 2. Looks like they're gonna punt it away here. Butler is lined up deep for the return. Looks like he'll get an opportunity to at least bring it back a few yards, and does. Another score, especially another touchdown, would kind of open this up in the blowout territory. Jonathan Bell's having a monster game again with over 100 yards. He might be around 120 now. Myrick is also having a pretty good game. John Butler there for a 5-yard reception, which makes it 2nd and 5. This offense has not been extremely explosive. We've had a couple big plays over during the season, but not consistently. And we did not get the ball off in time. So now it's 3rd and 17. That was not the fault of the offensive line. There was just nobody open. Some of the receivers got a little held up in the middle of the field. And that is not going to do it. So now it's 4th and 17. We're going to have to punt. We're going to see if we can't pin them deep here. And that is not really going to do it. But it's better than nothing. So after that punt by Lambert was angled a little bit too far to the right, we are now at the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. Tackle for a loss by middle linebacker Abrams. So it is 2nd and 10. This defense has been absolutely stifling. And great coverage by the secondary. I've not been able to say that too often this year. The secondary has struggled a lot of the times against the pass, especially in zone coverage. And he's back to pass. He's been getting the ball out pretty quickly, which he's had to do because we've been, our defensive line has been getting through, especially that right side of the defensive line with Johnson and Stegall. We're going to come with a heavy blitz here on 1st and 10. See if we can't get them behind the sticks, and we will. And it's the end of the 3rd quarter. Georgia State up over FCS Midwest 21-3. Hopefully we can finish this game out strongly. It'll be interesting to see how aggressive this FCS team is. And they're starting out by throwing over to the sideline for a gain of 9. All right, so rather than a 3rd and long, we've got a 3rd and very manageable. So we're going to press coverage these receivers and see how quickly we can get to... no! Just like that, he scrambles. That is the first time I think he scrambled all day, and gets a gain of 13. Was not prepared for that. Had nobody watching him. Abrams takes down Jerome Parker, but not before he gets another 1st down. 1st and 10 at, I believe that is the 26 or 27. And it looks like he's going to go down, sacked for -8 yards. Is that Johnson that got him? That they're going to credit with that? All right, so this is an awesome opportunity to get off the field, or at least force a field goal. And it looks like there's a flag. Another false start by this FCS school. So that's the 2nd flag they've gotten today. So we are going to go into a strictly zone defense to make sure everything is in front of us. And that guy almost got by us. Our safety was playing up way too close. So once again, instead of 3rd and long, it is 3rd and manageable. 6 yards to go. And it looks like we're going to have a screen pass, and we got him. So it's 4th and 8. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. They might as well. It's the 4th quarter. They're down by 3 scores. And they are not going to get it. It's a -7-yard reception. Abrams was there for the tackle. So the question is always, do you try to run the clock out or do you stay aggressive? We've been super successful on the ground today, so we're going to stay on the ground for the moment with another 7-yard rush by Bell. He's at 124 yards today, which is, I believe 124 yards is very close to the most rushing yards he's had. So we're in the shotgun here. We are going to find the, he looked so wide open. Looks like he dropped it. He heard the footsteps. All right, so it's 3rd and 3. So let's see if we can't convert this somehow, some way, somehow. And he doesn't drop it this time. So 17-yard reception for Antoine Thomas. Mark Myrick, that was actually a very good pass right there in the pocket. If he had thrown that anywhere else, it probably would have gotten tipped away. Another pass here on 1st down. Looks like we've got Gant, who is going to get up for about 10 yards. It's going to be 2nd and inches. Mark Myrick just got over the 200-yard mark for passing for the day. Again, he is about average in the yards for receptions, yards and receptions department. And we have another touchdown by Robert Barnes. So that is Mark Myrick's 3rd touchdown pass for the game. That'll definitely help his yard numbers. He threw off his back foot just because he likes looking fancy like that, and barrels his way into the end zone. Griffin is going to boot this one deep, and it looks like they'll probably bring it out. It's probably the best coverage we've had all day. We've had 2 sacks and 1 pass breakup. No interceptions, though. Our secondary is not great. They're a little better. We might actually get some interceptions. Although the last play of the West Virginia game was also an interception, and Seagal trips. No. This is bad. And they get the score. Holy cow. He's running in circles there. All right, so FCS Midwest is going to get into onside kick formation. So we are going to switch over to onside kick formation here. And we recover. All right, good job, hands team. Okay, so 1st and 10. We are back out on the field faster than we thought. And looks like we've got about 6 yards on the ground with Jonathan Bell. Jonathan Bell has 130 yards. This is probably one of his best games of the season. I can't remember what his top number is. This could be his top rushing game of the year. And we've got Ricks open downfield, and he gets hammered. 25-yard pass play is going to result in a 1st down in the red zone. And Barnes has another touchdown reception. He is having a heck of a game. Griffin puts his whole leg into that one, and it looks again like they are going to return this. And we close in quickly. So with 1 minute and 47 seconds left, these guys are going to be looking for a miracle, or they might be waving the white flag. We don't know yet. All right, he just throws this one away. Pocket collapsed on him. Abrams is excited. All right, 2nd and 10. No blown coverages, please. No blown coverages. And that is going to be way over his guy's head. Force the bad pass. 3rd and 10. This is our opportunity to get off the field. This is most definitely going to be a pass. It is a screen. And looks like, oh, he got hammered. And he is down. 4th and 5. Time for the punt. Butler back to return at about the 30, 20 maybe. It looks like more like the 20. He runs up past the 30 to get this, and he's going to get a few yards. He's going to get about 10 yards on that return. Offensive production. Myrick has been a huge deal in this game. He's had a ton of yards passing, and without him, we would not have this lead for sure. Though Jonathan Bell has been a workhorse today. 132 yards, 18 rushes, no touchdowns. But that's kind of one of those things. He's not showing it on the stat sheet as much. Okay, kind of ran into our own guy there. He's not showing it on the stat sheet, but he is showing it on the field. All right, 3rd and 8. We do need to pass the ball to try to get. And Butler delivers, gets an 11-yard reception. We're just going to see if we can't pad this a little bit, and we're going to go down. So we had no time to get that off. We're just going to continue to let this clock roll, I think, to the end of the game. And with that, the game is over, and the Georgia State Panthers have won 35-10. They are now 4-0 on the season. Amazing start to Drake Mulligan's coaching career here, as we said last week. But again, it is much different than we anticipated this season going. A couple of these games have been close, but they've been able to pull it out. Myrick is the player of the game with almost 300 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Easy choice. And we are going to go into next week's game with Alabama with our confidence about as high as it could possibly be. All right, so with that, thank you guys so much for watching the Captain's channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have watched all the way to the end, thank you so much for your support, and have a great night.